Hey everybody, it's Thursday night. That means it's time for geek trivia and prizes and such. So we're going to play a quick little intro and hit the like button while we do that because if you don't hit the like button, we're going to know and we're going to judge you. We're going to judge you harshly. See, that wasn't hard. And some people are being judged very harshly indeed, very harshly. So, just wanted to say, it's Thursday night. We've covered that. It's time for Geek Trivia. We covered that. What have we not covered? Oh, yeah. I need to talk about Haven since that's the place that we are doing this from. Haven Comics, the best comic book store in Madison. We just got a big shipment of RPGs in yesterday with a few more trickling in today. So the RPG shelves are stacked and they are awesome. Speaking of characters you might encounter in an RPG, like maybe at a dingy bar or in a hole in the ground with a lot of slime and drippy, oozy stuff coming down the walls. How you doing, Jeremy?
I'm doing good. You had me at drippy, oozy slime. You know, you wanted people to understand who I was. You nailed it.
Well, see, I did. I wanted people to know. That's important. Yeah, I can hear you just fine. You look like you've got some technology there in front of you. What have you got?
I got a quick shout out to Jeffrey and Kim Middleton. They upgraded my mic, so just getting used to it. I am an old man, and technology scares me, so I'm figuring it out. But it's pretty rad.
Well, let's go a little bit backwards real quick in the chat because Kim wants to know what happened to all the stuff on my top shelf. Well, the same thing happened to my top shelf that happened to all the other shelves. It makes no sense, but we're getting a new kitchen one day in the far-flung future, whenever that day is going to come. And they had to do some electrical stuff to bring this 1963 house up to code for today. And for whatever reason, the kitchen, which is downstairs on the other side of the house, that meant that they had to cut holes in our wall up here on the other end of the house.
They just did that for fun. You know that, right?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, I had to move this shelf, then I had to move it back, and then I had to move it, and I had to move. And right now we have it moved back over to keep our cat from being able to get into the hole that they left in the wall, and the one they drilled up through the floor. Until we can get the kitchen done, which is going to happen sometime after the Huntsville City inspectors come over and bless the plumbing and the electrical. Then they can put a new kitchen in. Lord only knows when that will be. We're very excited about it. Whenever that happy day should come. Let's see who else we've got here in the chat. Alan kicking things off tonight with a hearty Yo Joe. So Yo Joe to you. Go break out your weather dominator and let's cool this thing down a notch or two. Oh, whoa, what?
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. So that's bad news. And then that's also blame.
Yep.
That's there comes the bus and there goes Jeremy right under it.
That's where I live.
That's hardcore, dude.
I'm seeing something in the comments that is worth talking about. Two Brother Comics, unblocked. Unblocked.
Your lifetime ban has been revoked because it was accidental and not intended.
Out of jail.
Probably so. Let me check things and get back to you on that. But yeah, probably so. That would be a lot of fun. Let's see. The one true Zachary. If you have actually done your homework, you were supposed to do this. What he says here would resonate with you. Does this resonate with you?
Oh, yep. I sure did. I sure watched Goonies. I did not.
I say there wouldn't be a question mark at the end of this.
No, I didn't. I will eventually. Hey, I will. I got to get bored enough to watch it.
Nobody's going to believe it until we see it. Until you can do the truffle shuffle, nobody's believing you.
Oh, well, then it's never happening. I know the truffle shuffle. I've seen the internet.
Uh-huh. What's up, Alan? Oh, Bill Fisher in the house. Apparently the office should be roach-free now. I don't Get that? I'm a little
Whose
disturbed.
office?
Right? And is that because they had actual roaches, or are they impugning someone's character? I don't know what's going on there. But Alan thinks it's funny, so all good there, I guess.
Maybe
We got Justin in the house. We got Jacqueline. Hey, Jacqueline, how you doing? We got Kay Lisa. HR is here early tonight, guys. You're going to have to keep it cool. Yeah, see, as Alan says, there you go. We got Travis in the house. Blue Hellion Comics. Happy to see everybody. Hey, man, I don't recognize that handle, so welcome. If you're somebody that we know and you just got a new name, if you're somebody new, then doubly welcome because, hey, the more the merrier.
Blue Hellion, are you a comic shop or are you a comic producer? Which should we get excited about?
Or a Mexican wrestler. He looks like that's a luchador right there, man.
Oh yeah, but maybe he makes comics about luchadors. We'll get to the bottom of this.
That would be cool. Jay Thornton in the house. How you doing, Jay?
Jay Thornton just started a new pressing business. He showed me some of his setup. Looks pretty impressive. So we got to have him on eventually.
Yeah, he does have some cool stuff on there. And let's see. Travis is calling you out. He says you've seen the internet and you claim to know the Truffle Shuffle, so do it now. On
there's
camera.
a big difference between knowing what something is and willing to embarrass and debase myself. So nope, not doing the Truffle Shuffle.
You're already on the show, so you clearly don't have a high standard for embarrassing and debasing yourself.
I got a limit. I got to draw the line somewhere. Let's cut to Jason Edmonds saying, let's do this because...
Jason Edmonds, he's here to win all the prizes.
He wins. You guys, you're
a lot.
Competing against Jason. Jason, when are you going to be on the show? You can walk away with 100% of the prizes.
Well, I don't think so because he's going to move something to comics and death metal. Ryan is going to win something. He always does. And there's Wyatt. How you doing, Wyatt? Good to see you, sir. I know you're only talking to me there with that comment. It's great to see you, sir. Blue Hellion, that's Dan Eckery. Okay, awesome. Yes, and recognize that name. Oh, and look at this. Jay is hitting us up from his comic book pressing and cleaning company for the unprompted hype. Hype! You have to say it like that. Otherwise, it's just like hype.
We got so many cool people at the store. I want to make sure and talk about how cool each of them are.
Hey, look, Jason Edmonds has just said, yes, he'll do it. He's going to come on.
He's just waiting. I know it. I picture it.
We're going to have to make that one a tough one. Owen, if you're listening, Owen, if you're here, we're going to have to make that one a tough one. Mm-hmm. So, speaking of tough ones, we just had a last-minute guest cancellation. So we almost got to just go straight with prizes to you guys tonight. But unluckily for y'all, oh, hey, we missed Mike. Mike Wesolowski, how you doing, man? Always good to see you. Mike is a great, great patron of the arts and a cool dude. Always good to see him. So, yeah, we almost had to go with a straight-up, hey, you guys win all the prizes. But unluckily for you, we have a guy who's like my hero, and he jumped in literally in less than 10 minutes. He's like, okay, yeah, I'll come in. So, poof, let us introduce our guest this week, the one, the only, Mr. Drew Hardwick, who is awesome and working out of a cave. How you doing, Drew?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing good.
We're doing a lot better now. A lot better. My blood pressure didn't stay spiked for very long because I reached out and you're like, yeah, I can come on. So you're the man.
Of course.
Happy to be here.
Drew, so, who are you? Tell us about you.
What kind of nerd are you?
Josh knows you're a nerd.
Talk us up. Talk yourself up.
Yeah, software nerd. I really like solving problems. So, like, something's not working right, I like finding out why and fixing it. That's kind of my goal in life, I guess.
Are you like the professional problem solver, and then you come home and like you don't want to solve problems at home, or you just like love puzzles?
Yeah,
It's
I
in
love
his
puzzles.
DNA, dude.
Yeah. I come home and do
When
hobby
you say do you
projects as
love
well.
puzzles, when he's sitting around doing nothing, he's got like Rubik's cubes the size of my head. He's like,
Yeah, I got a
they
9
have
by
40
9.
different sizes.
So that sounds like you would really like games. What kind of games are you into?
I really like crunchy adversarial games, like gosh, I can't remember the name of it. Agricola or Puerto Rico. You know, like stuff that's like real simulation-y. So like old school D&D kind of stuff.
Right on. When you said Puerto Rico, I thought maybe I was not playing life the right way. It was a game. I missed it.
Yep, that one's a game.
That's a good one. But you're in the new world and you're farming and you've got to like plant your fields and get your sheep.
Drew, there's a question on screen for you.
No, I just embarrassingly, this room is very messy, and so it's pointed up and away from the mess.
It can probably come down a little, but yeah, I got you.
Let me see if I can move up here.
He said sitting back in his Star Trek: The Next Generation chair. I was like, if you just make it so. That's fun.
Awesome.
And look at this. It's Mike Wesolowski's birthday. Jeremy,
Happy
go
birthday, Mike.
sing happy birthday.
Yep, that's on my to-do list. Mike, congratulations. That's you did it. You made it another year. I, for one, am happy you still exist. Josh, you're the singer. You sing all the time. That's like
It's
your whole
true.
thing.
You've been in what?
Right, but so it's not funny if I do it. It's funny if you do it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I real quick have another quick shout out to that really changes the way these pop up.
Yeah,
You
what
guys
did
like
you do?
that?
You did a thing.
Yeah, I am a problem creator where Drew is a problem solver. I just get in there and wreck things.
This doesn't really seem like a problem. I kind of like that.
I like it too. Audience, what do you think? Let us know. Do you love that? Do you hate it? Should I change it back? I feel like it's pretty
That's
nice.
hardcore right there. Even worse than the O'Charlie's happy birthday song.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
Can I circle back to a conversation we had many episodes ago?
Sure.
I really like spicy hot food, and I guess it's just because my skin looks like I'm just a translucent ghost, and spicy hot food would just fall right through me instead of me digesting it. Everyone thinks that I'm making it up, but this weekend I did. Do you guys know Hot Ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the Hot Ones challenge with Jeffrey Middleton, and Kim was there, and the prize cam was there, so they can testify that it happened. That's what Jeffrey does in court, right? Anyway, it was really brutal. No one should ever do it. It was terrible. The actual process itself, not that bad. Getting through the 10 wings, not that bad. Whatever. But there's one stupid sauce in there. I think it's they call it the bomb. That's just like this chemical like rejection from some kind of army base where they were like, this is not fit to be a nuclear like weapon, and they just put it in a bottle, and I ate it, and it's no good. Andrew, I got prizes for you. Touch base with me. I got stuff I need to give you.
Yeah, a couple.
Hang on. Speaking of Andrew, we got in comic cloaks today at Haven.
Oh, awesome! Like from the
Comic
Kickstarter?
cloaks were delivered to Haven. So from the Kickstarter. So if you guys remember when we had Andrew on and he demonstrated the comic cloak, and you were like, "Oh man, I need to get some of those," you can come and get them at Haven. We've got them now.
Awesome! I'm excited. I think somebody asked if I completed the challenge. Hell yes, I did, and I didn't even sip any milk. Bring it. So just so everybody knows. Yep.
Now, see, Drew likes stuff that's hot. Drew likes things that burn holes through your tongue. That if it burns a hole through your tongue, then that's almost hot enough for Drew.
Yep. And he's saying the bomb is disgusting.
I don't get.
Oh, Zachary, I'm sorry.
If I'm in the same room with him when he's doing that, it hurts me.
Yeah.
I can feel my tongue blister.
Drew, would you do the Hot Ones challenge?
Absolutely, yeah. A couple of years ago.
Hey, Josh Koppel, what are comic cloaks? Dude, I'm sorry. I wish I was at the shop and I would show you. It is a thin, low-profile plastic case that will hold one comic. It's ideal if you're taking comics to a con or something to get them signed. You could take a lot of them in because they're very low profile and they're a lot lighter, but they protect your books. Really, really cool. It's a cheaper alternative than some of the big honking cases, like you see the ones that look almost like a slab that you would send off. It's a smaller, much smaller profile than that. And he does have them in different sizes. One's for modern books and Silver Age books and that kind of thing, which is awesome. I'll grab one from the shop and I'll put it on next week at the show. We'll have some of those. But it was a Kickstarter that he did not too long ago. And they are out and about now. The Kickstarter is fulfilling, so they should be coming out. Andrew, pop in the comments and tell people if they can still get those via the Kickstarter or how they can get them, because that's cool. And see, we got people saying, "Hey, save some for me." So yeah,
that's exciting. That's definitely exciting to see those coming in. Drew, I'm sorry. I feel like you were about to answer.
He was, and I got so excited I cut him off. So that was my bad.
No worries.
See, a couple of years ago, my boss brought in a series of 3 very hot peppers. We did like a ghost pepper, a scorpion, and a Carolina Reaper, and we just ate one. You just
ate the whole pepper?
Just bit it from the stem and chewed it up and swallowed it. It was awful. It was me and another guy, and it was probably the most pain that I've ever been in.
And then you had to stay at work?
Yeah. We didn't like try and macho it out though. We had a cup of milk there. We waited like 5 minutes and then drank our little pint of milk and moved on.
I'm seeing a
buddy of mine here. Yeah, a lot of people jumping on tonight. This is awesome. A buddy of mine, he used to work at the Dell Computer call center where they would help people with issues. And they were sitting around bored one night, and so they went down to the gas station and each of them bought a gallon of milk, and you had to drink a gallon of milk in less than an hour and not puke. That was the whole deal. Like, drink a gallon of milk and don't puke.
I'm not in for the gallon.
They're sitting here on the phone trying to help people with computer problems and just retching their guts up.
That sounds like crank Jaegers. Oh.
Really
I did
unfortunate.
That challenge one time. I did not make it through. I got the whole gallon down, and then the rest of my workday was. Bleh. Oh man. Hey, Drew, have you ever watched this show?
Which show? Death Note 2.0 is it?
Oh no, this one. I don't know anything about Death Note.
I don't know what you're asking me about.
The Haven Comics Quiz Show.
Oh,
so
yes.
If anyone hasn't, just to catch everyone up, the way this works, we're going to ask Drew some questions. Drew is either going to know them or he's not. If he knows them, he gets a prize. It's as simple as that. If he doesn't know them, the first person in the audience to get the right answer is going to walk away with the prize. So you guys are going to have to stay on your toes because Drew is going to miss them all. We know it. But Drew, I've got total faith in you, so you're going to get them all right, except for audience. We know better. So we need you guys engaged. We need you guys to be right on it. And you can Google if you want. I mean, it's open internet, but there's some pretty speedy people in here. So just get your answer out as quick as you can.
I need to close the chat so I can't see what they're typing.
Thank you. Cheat. That's gentlemanly of you.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, you want to cut to the prize cam?
I love the prize cam. The prize cam is awesome. So let's show the prize cam off here. Here's all the prizes we got on tap for tonight. What all have we got there, Jeremy?
Definitely going to win these. So we've got a Haven Comics pack down there, a number of stickers. We got a magnet in there. We've got a couple of really cool comic books. We've got a pack of DC comics. We've got a pack of Marvel comics, one Star Wars.
That looks like Batgirl number 50.
Yes, sir.
That was a low print run book. That's a good book to have.
Did I do something wrong? You want to take it away?
No, it's all good. That's awesome.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying that's a good one to get. That's the last issue of that series.
Incoming, which is like a $10 book. That's I'm stoked about that. That's like a trade paperback. We do have
it was a thick
friend of the store, Justin Lynch, has given us a bunch of artwork. So there's a Justin Lynch prize pack there. You can win a lot of Justin Lynch's prize or art. Then if you pop up prize cam, we got some cool stuff up here. So we've got an Ultron.
Ooh, look at that.
That is nice.
That is ink on craft paper, one of mine that I did for the expo, and I ended up not going. We've got the Joker, #1, and then that's a sketch cover drawn by Tom Price. And then, Josh, tell me about this one.
Well, that is featuring one of the weirdest villains of all time, the Spot. It also happens to be Jeremy Long's favorite villain, by the way. It's this guy who can transport himself or just pieces of himself through these spots that he just kind of throws around. So, wackadoo, super weird villain. And that book is signed by Jim Shooter, the man himself, editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics at the time. So, sweet.
Who is Jim Shooter? What did you say? The man? He's done a lot, right?
Yeah, Jim Shooter got his start in comics when he was 13 years old.
Wow.
He sent some story ideas to DC, and they were like, "Yeah, this is cool, man. Submit your stories," and he did. And they're like, "Yeah, we're publishing these things." And it wasn't until after they published them, and they were like, "Okay, we're going to send you your check now. Let's get your information." And they were like, "Wait, you're how old?" He was 13 years old. Dude he's very interesting. He's got a lot of enemies in the comic book world, not going to lie, but he saved Marvel. Marvel was going down the tubes in the late 70s, and Jim Shooter came in as the editor-in-chief, and he absolutely saved Marvel. He did some innovative things. He did some really cool stuff, some creator-owned stuff at Marvel. He's responsible for a lot of the cool things that they did, and he'll always have my respect because he made the deals with Hasbro, and that's why Marvel published the G.I. Joe comic and the Transformers comic, stuff like that. The Spider-Man's black suit, that was an editorial decision he made, all kinds of stuff. That's awesome. That's a good statement. Jim Shooter's a cool dude.
I'm just impressed. Can you imagine being famous in comics at 13?
Yeah, that was actually my dream when I was
right. That feels like one of those movies.
Zach Raymond's here. I don't think we pointed him out earlier.
Like Big,
Zach,
where all of a sudden your dream comes true and you're just a magic adult. That feels like what would actually happen to Jim Shooter. Like Big is about Jim Shooter's life. Okay, so you guys know, I let you know, it is about asking questions, getting those questions answered. So how do you guys feel about throwing out the first one?
I think we should do it. So what is our prize for the first one for anybody who's new to the show?
Let's see here. I'm going to play this super quick video real quick.
That was nice.
Did it play?
Yes.
It play?
Yeah, it did. You didn't see it?
It didn't play for me. No, weird. Anyway, is this Haven Comics prize pack?
Those are some sweet looking stickers.
You know us.
What do you think about this logo? Isn't that an awesome logo, guys?
That's really good.
Now you can advertise for us for free.
And from Mike Weslowski, and he's darn right, because he was his handler. And he was sitting there with Jim Shooter all day long. he can tell some Jim Shooter stories.
Very cool. All right. I'm going to try this other video out. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Okay. So
Woo!
for those
Look
stickers.
at us getting all high tech.
Hey, we're growing. I got a mic. We got some videos. What Marvel superhero gave Spider-Man a pep talk after he was defeated in his first encounter with Doc Ock? Spidey wanted to quit, and this guy said, hey, that's dumb.
I want to say it's Wolverine,
Okay.
but that is probably wrong.
You tell me.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Wolverine. I can't think of anything else. I mean, maybe
That's-
Captain America, but I'm going to go with Wolverine.
Hey, man, it is okay to be wrong. Audience, what's the right answer? I got a lot of
Who
Iron Man.
knows?
I got Aunt May.
I see a correct answer.
I see it too. Is it the first one? I think it is. I only see the one.
I also only see the one. A lot of people are so close,
Yeah.
but I
very
just see
close.
Justin. Is that what
See
you're
a
seeing?
lot- Yeah, I see a lot of Mr. Fantastic, but the right answer is Human Torch.
Oh,
Justin, congratulations. You get to rep Haven Comics even more.
Yay!
Justin's a big fan,
Yay!
supporter of the store. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and cut to the prize cam. Nice little segue here. Question 2. The prize is actually it's a collection of Justin's artwork. So just some fun stuff that he's done over time. He's donated to the show, and now you can win it.
All right. So for that awesome Justin Lynch prize pack, all you have to do is get the right answer to this question. This one's a tough one. But Drew, I think you probably don't know this, but you might. You never know.
I don't think I'm going to know any of these.
After Scrooge McDuck, who is the second richest duck in the world? If you go back to your DuckTales.
Is it so in DuckTales?
Oh, yeah. He's got a rivalry with Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, I can see his face, but I don't have a name. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Wow, we've got some pretty quick right answers here. We got to scroll up and see who got it.
Drew, you don't want to guess any
Of course he did.
You don't want to spit any
The
name
first
out?
one out of the gate
I just
is
Googled
Alan
it. and I have no
Breedlove.
way.
Quick.
Flintheart
That is the most
Glomgold.
made-up sounding name I have ever heard.
Right?
I don't know.
Apparently-
Flintheart Glomgold. He gloms onto the gold and says, "It's all mine."
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. We had some interesting answers here. The Darkwing Duck. No, that's the terror that flaps in the night, as you well know, Kim.
Yeah,
Donald Duck. Probably technically Donald is richer than Scrooge, because I'm sure Donald has more royalties coming in from Disney. Dooge McScruck. I don't know what's going on. It's not pulling stuff up quite so fast as it normally does.
I'm getting some
There we
weird
go.
tech stuff over here, too, like not showing me the videos and whatever, but run with it.
Ebenezer Duck. Oh, and Zachary. Look at Zachary just throwing out the shade. That's the only time Facebook is going to be right tonight. Man, look at you
That's some big
guys.
talk. Big talk.
Jason Edmonds is like, that's what I get for typing out his first name and his last name. Oh, that's true. That's true.
Hey,
And look at this. People missed having our unboxing video this week. Well, no doubt we did too. It's no fun when you get the books less than an hour before the store opens, and you're supposed to have them on the shelf and in people's boxes, and that's when the truck shows up. So that was not cool, but sometimes that's how it goes.
Hey, real quick, we saw some division just now, some rivalry between Facebook and YouTube. If you're Team YouTube, get one of your friends or family to subscribe because we're still at 139 subscribers, and
What?
I might be Team YouTube. At 200 subscribers, I'm going to come on, and you guys can embarrass me and ask me questions about all the movies that are terrible that I've never seen. So,
Speaking of asking questions, you never asked Drew your patented, and if ever I met somebody who's primed to answer that question, it's Drew.
oh man, now I'm always on the spot now because before they were natural. Now I've got a reputation to live up to. Drew, okay, gotta real quick off the top of my head. Give me one round. I'll come back around. And I'll ask Drew a question that nobody should ever be asked ever.
Oh, gosh.
Until then.
He does. That's one of the things he does, man.
Drew, you are playing for Incoming. This is...
you can't just say it that way.
Hey, it's got
it's Incoming. It has an exclamation point. You've got to say it with an exclamation point.
Incoming! You are playing for that.
John, Incoming!
What is it?
Who's the disembodied head in the lower left?
Ooh.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's
Richards. Yeah.
Although now that you said that, from here it does look like a disembodied head, and
right, like the guy's just holding a really big head.
Oh, that's right. Because it looks like Nova's holding him by the back of the head. Like, look at this giant head I found in the woods, guys.
Oh man. It's all your favorite Marvel superheroes and a psychopath. Which one? It's a murder mystery. All right. Drew.
Incoming!
For that book, and audience, get ready because Drew's batting 0 right now. I believe in him, but he's got to show out.
I appreciate the support.
In the 1980s TV series, The A-Team, what crime was the team originally convicted of when they broke out of prison in the first episode? What did they not do?
Why were they in prison originally?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If it was the 80s, it's got to be something to do with drugs. So something to do with
Not
drugs.
everything in the 80s had to do with drugs.
Drugs or wealth inequality. So one of those two. Embezzlement or drugs. That's what I'm going with.
You're closer with the second
I'm
one.
going to give you a hint. Wealth inequality, but to this point, you're wrong. We'll go from there.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
Wait a minute. Andrew. No. They were not pimping out B.A. Baracus. Although that might explain what happened to Murdoch.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I never saw any of the original show.
Wow.
I saw the movie. I really liked Charlotte Copley in it, but
the movie was fun. The movie was very much all of the weird silliness of the show put in one thing. The movie did that.
Yeah, like the first Transformers.
The bit where they're flying the tank is one of my favorite bits. That was hilarious.
Hey, I think I see your right answer. I want you to verify.
I saw one.
Is it Travis?
That's who I saw.
All right. Travis.
A lot of people had an answer that I would have said too. I would have said that this was the right answer. But in fact, it was this.
I think it was treason in the movie, wasn't it? Or some sort of crime, like higher crime against the state.
I mean, that feels right. If it was made now, treason is what they would go with. I mean, bank robbery feels like pretty schlocky.
Well, I mean, they were given orders to rob the Bank of which they did. And when they made it back to their base 4 days later, their base was overrun, and the guy who gave them the order was dead. Yeah. And all the records of that mission were destroyed. So everybody just believed they went rogue, and that was the end of it.
I can see that. That makes sense.
So it's not like you boys went out and robbed a bank. That's terrible.
Oh man.
That's a good question. Probably not.
No, I did.
Did Jeremy see the 18 movie?
Bradley Cooper. Anytime I can see that face, put it on screen. Drew, what is the thing you least like about your personality?
Dang.
Josh did this to you, not me.
I guess I dislike that I'm aloof and cold. I guess not cold, but like I just, I don't engage. I dislike that.
That's deep. Huh. That's a real answer. But hey, we brought it down. We got to bring it back up. What do you like most about your personality?
Early on in my life, one of the things that I really wanted to strive for was contentment and not having, like dissatisfaction with where I am. Mm-hmm. And so like sometimes that leads to, you're not really highly motivated, but also it's just pleasant, Yeah. And just being able to be content with where I am is one of the things I most like about me.
Right on. I appreciate that.
Preach.
Just accepting things as they are.
I would like to point this out.
Is Bradley Cooper in Goonies?
What is your favorite?
You have to watch it to find out, Jeremy.
What'd you say?
What is your favorite Bradley Cooper movie? Because I know what mine is.
Honestly, it's Guardians of the Galaxy, but like, I like Silver Linings Playbook a little bit. I like. I can't think of any specific one. I just remember his face. Limitless, I really enjoyed.
He was in Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. Bill, get on here. I'll fix all your problems too, Bill.
We got to get real, Bill.
Jared Sapp saying, hey.
Try and read that out loud.
Oh, man. All right. So, okay. I brought it down. And Drew, you hung with me. I appreciate it. So you're going to win this issue of North Force.
All right. Is it like Canadian Orcs?
Yes, it is. Here. It says Canada's premier super team, which is a lie because Canada's premier super team is the Toronto Maple Leafs. But it is it's like an amalgamation. Say again?
Team Homan. Or Rink Homan. Nothing.
I don't know.
It's the female curling champion from Ontario.
Okay. I didn't read this. I read like 3 pages of this and then was like, I'm out. So you tell me if it's any good, Drew.
Thanks.
I couldn't stomach it, but maybe you can.
Yeah. It's not for anybody, but maybe you'll like it.
I'm sure I will.
Drew probably likes Rick and Morty like you do. I don't know.
I do like Rick and Morty.
Justin, help me out. Who is the writer? The lead writer on Loki is a writer on Rick and Morty. So, I don't know, Josh.
So Loki, he finally graduated to doing something good? That's awesome.
All right. Loki is actually a lot like Rick and Morty, just without the bourbon. So,
I mean, the Loki TV series has really been like interdimensional cable.
Has been what?
Interdimensional cable.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's a lot of different setups. They can change scenery willy-nilly because who cares? They just go to some other time period.
I'm not going to spoil anything about that, but the last episode with
the Thing.
Yeah, the thing that the guy
that happened at the place.
Yeah, and the other guy
with those guys
thing, and the guy that bit. the guy that was not a guy that did that bit. And
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was a pretty. It was an interesting episode, and I'm glad it exists. Okay.
I really liked that pizza delivery car.
Yep, that is the
solid.
best non-spoilery spoiler that exists on the episode. There are no
Did
bad.
you cheat? Did you cheat and put them all in there?
There's no bad episodes of Rick and Morty, Norris. Take that back. Okay. Where are we? This is a quiz show. Question 4? You want
Question 4.
Question 4. What is our prize?
It looks like it is this prize pack of Batgirl, giant-sized final issue, number 50. That looks good. And then it looks like we got Batman Future State. So
there you go.
Cool little prize pack there.
The end of one, the beginning of the other. All right, Drew. I know we're hitting you hard with the 80s tonight. What 1984 cult classic film saw Alex Rogan plucked from his everyday life to battle the Kodan Armada in outer space?
Oh, that's The Last Starfighter.
Ding, ding,
Awesome.
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, it's the first film that used like full CG render in a theatrical release film. So there's a
really?
3D rendered scene, and I think it was the first film that did so.
That's
Very
kind of
cool.
cool. I didn't know that.
The Last Starfighter is like the movie from my childhood that I most appreciate but never remember.
I don't know what this is in reference to, but
Me either.
if
but it
that's a
looks
movie,
funny.
I kind of want to see it.
Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. Jared, if that is a real movie, thank you. All right.
Apparently, Will Wheaton was in this film.
Will Wheaton was in The Last Starfighter?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, audience, you know what's coming next. If you've seen the show before, the next thing we're going to do is the Canadian bonus question. What we're going to do, we're going to give away $25 to Haven Comics. That is $25 to buy all of your hopes and dreams if we sell them at Haven Comics. All you got to do is answer this correctly. Drew, though, cannot answer this. So you need to be quick on your fingers, audience. Drew, are you the kind of personality that's going to have to jump in if you know the answer?
I'll just mute myself if I can't answer.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Or just give people the wrong answers.
What is the official motto of Canada?
What?
This is an intense question. Let's see what happens. This is not our typical question.
No, that's the official motto of Canada is Ryan Reynolds.
Oh man.
I do like all the people who are just apologizing and saying sorry, like that's the official motto. The official motto. Sorry, eh?
Right?
That's hilarious. Yeah, wow. That's I like this one. This is a fun one. Something in French.
We aren't touching Mexico. You are.
Not it. We do see a right answer here.
I'm
guaranteeing you somebody had to hit the old Google, but you know what? Everybody would have had to hit the Google for that one.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to know. Prize Cam, let us know if you knew. So the right answer.
Hang on, Prize Cam is going to give us Prize Cam standard hand gesture, I'm sure. Does Prize Cam know the answer to that? Was Prize Cam aware?
Nope.
Oh. Wow. So
They
not
did not-
real popular in Canada even.
Yeah, they didn't teach that in Canadian school. So from scene to scene is very close. In English, it translates to from sea to sea.
Or
but it
as
looks-
Travis Goodwin had it.
Oh, man, he got it way faster. I thought that we were going to go with this. I am sure that is probably right. But Travis, you actually nailed it. It is from sea to sea. The motto of the Dominion of Canada is A Mari Usque ad Mer, which is the official translated from sea to sea. Also, I don't speak French, so excuse me. The phrase comes from Latin. All right. That is a strange question, Owen, but thank you for keeping us all on our toes.
I'm just looking at that. Like, their motto is, hey, we go from over here to over there.
Oh, man. Travis, I don't know how you knew that. Did you?
I mean, it's a long way. I'll give them that. It's a long way. But dang, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. The beautiful, the bold, the brave. We go from here to there. Yep, that sure is us.
Travis, you just nailed $25 to Haven Comics. So
it's like Haven Comics' new motto is from slaughter to university. And if we said that in Latin, it probably would sound good.
Right. All right, for question 6, let's see what we're playing for. It looks like a Disney Marvel prize pack. So it looks like that's Darth Vader. I can't read the numbers. So that's the I Am Your Father edition.
Number 11. It's a number right there.
Oh, sorry, Josh. I never learned how to do numbers or letters. Okay. And then we've got the Worthy Thor, number 1. And then we've got...
It's got Beta Ray Bill.
Show us Beta Ray Bill. Is that Mr. Hyde? I never know. Mr. Hyde is such a generic concept.
It could be. I don't know.
I'm going to say it is. And then we've got this variant that... what is it, Josh? Tell me this guy's name.
Patrick Gleason.
Yeah. Gleason.
That's the third print of Amazing Spider-Man 55. The first print was white on a black background. The second print was blue on a black background. So the third print is, ta-da, red on a black background.
I've got that blue one to give away too, so hang tight, audience. Those are cool.
That's an ugly-looking dude on the Thor cover.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. You got that right.
Is Worthy Thor Jane, or is that Mighty Thor?
Mighty Thor, I believe.
Yeah. Is Worthy Thor Beta Ray Bill?
No.
Is that Thor?
Don't try to take away from Beta Ray Bill. Beta Ray Bill is Beta Ray Bill.
But he's
not Thor. No, he is Beta Ray Bill.
When they do Thors, he's one of them.
Yeah, but he's better. It's like calling Sylvie Loki. You don't do that. She's Sylvie.
Sure.
And the alligator is the alligator. The Loki gator.
Cover your ears, children.
Flipping great.
You're getting into spoilery territory. So we've got Thor, who's his own character, and then we've got Horse Alien, which is another character altogether. So just in case anybody had their own opinions about whether or not Beta Ray Bill was a Thor. I don't know. I mean, they made it's not Sylvig. What's his name? The Chubby Warriors 3.
Volstagg?
Yeah, Volstagg's a Thor. War Thor. This is weird.
I have not sent any of those in as yet. No. But I might.
That feels like a good one to do it. Hey, you got a graded Gleason number 1 on that Spider-Man, right?
Not anymore.
Did you sell it?
Travis got it.
Right on, Travis.
He also got the Venom 33 exclusive Gleason cover that was the same thing but with Venom.
Awesome.
Very cool. That's why he wants the Carnage one. He wants the set.
Sense. So, question 6, we're playing for...
Oh, did I get my colors backwards? I may have. Red, blue, whatever. It ain't first print. It's one of the other ones.
Question 6, we're playing for that prize pack.
Nice. Yep, so cool. All right, so question 6 for the awesome prize pack. In The Lord of the Rings, what is the name of the sword Bilbo gives to Frodo for the journey?
Sting.
Thank you. And what is the name of the sword that Gandalf has, but was found at the same time as Sting
In the
in
Barrows.
the Troll Horde?
It's in the Barrows.
No, sir. It was in the Troll Horde
It was
in the
definitely-
Hobbit, not in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I was thinking the other Hobbit blades. Is it Glamdring?
Yes, it is.
All right.
You
Well
know what
played.
I think you know what I think you need for that? Beta Ray Bill number 1. You can appreciate Beta Ray Bill.
Dude, Beta Ray Bill, that 5-issue series that's going on right now, best thing Marvel is putting out right now.
Is it this
Not
5-issue
even gonna lie.
series? Is it
Yes,
number
it
1
is.
of
Yep.
this? I read
Yep.
this. I loved it. It's so good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Drew, are you a Horse Alien fan?
I have never read Horse Alien books.
Hey, wheelchair superhero in the house.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Before we move on to question 7, can I just real quick shout out that that trailer for the multiverse, the What If series
heck
coming
yeah.
out?
Heck
How
yes.
cool is that?
It debuts in, what, a month?
Right?
Or 3 weeks even. It's not even that far off.
I don't even want to
Yeah.
wait for that.
The What If looks awesome. On a totally separate note, did anybody see the new trailer for the Disney animated movie Encanto?
I didn't know. I didn't even know
It's
about
got songs by Lin-Manuel Miranda, but the art, the animation is spectacular. I strongly recommend hitting the old YouTube and watching that because it's glorious.
that. I need to check that out because that's all I do now is watch Monsters Inc. over and over again.
And while you're on YouTube, like and subscribe to our channel.
Ring that bell icon.
Yeah, do the thing.
do all the things. There's a bunch of buttons there.
I finally Sorry.
No, you Drew. I'm super interested in what you have to say.
I finally watched Raya,
And The Last Dragon? Yeah, that was good.
You're absolutely right that it is My Little Ponies in Dragonland. Like,
My
they
Little
look like the
Ponies
ponies
strongly influenced the design of those dragons.
and the story. Without going into spoilers.
Yeah,
That's hilarious. Hey, I said that we had 139 subscribers. Now we're at 142. Thank you, Internet. I appreciate you.
Jeffrey Middleton hitting the nail on the head there. 19 people watching, but only 10 likes. That's sad.
Hey, what up, Jeffrey? Good to see you.
You know,
You
Jeffrey,
guys know each other?
Yeah, a while ago. Acquaintances
cool.
now, maybe, I guess.
and his wife Kim, who is awesome. Also, they have an awesome dog that they're supposed to bring to the store, but I haven't seen him in a while, so I'm missing him. Speaking of which, Jacqueline Cook is supposed to bring her dog by the store sometime too.
The one thing I want to say about that trailer, and then I want to move on to question 7. It looks a hell of a lot like the video game Marvel vs. Capcom. Is that animation style? If you agree in the audience, let me know because I might be off base. But that's all I was thinking is that they could have just animated that game.
Star Wars Visions.
Like
Have y'all seen what that is?
No, is that good?
That's 7 Star Wars stories, animated stories, as told by renowned Japanese animation people.
Hold on. Renowned Japanese animators.
Not
Josh.
necessarily anime.
Josh, that sounds like anime.
Oh, so you're saying Japanese animators can only do anime style? Is that what you're saying? Are you a racist?
You know what?
Are you some kind of classist racist person? Is that what you're saying?
You know what I learned very recently is that Japanese animators did the G.I. Joe cartoon. I thought you'd appreciate
Yes, they did. They did.
Anime, Josh. All right, so
Just
I don't
because they're
know.
Japanese doesn't make it anime, dude.
Is Wyatt here? Somebody needs to tell me where the distinction ends because it starts at one place and
It
ends.
doesn't
someplace
start
else.
with,
I
hey,
don't
I'm
know.
Japanese and I draw, therefore I do anime. I mean,
That
come on,
is-
dude.
You've nailed me. You have got me against the wall, so I'm going to shut up. All right, so question 7. We are playing for this piece of artwork that I made with my own 2 hands. So, and it's actually 1 hand, so just 1 hand. And I use the other one to hold the paper. So that is ink on craft paper. And you'll see it is Ultron from Marvel Comics. You may or may not know
gorgeous,
him.
by
Yeah,
the
it
way,
looks
dude.
really
That's
good.
amazing.
Thank you.
I would
appreciate
frame that if I got that.
Hey, man, you're going to win it. I know. I believe in you. Question 7, of course. This prize is
Hang on,
donated by me.
Kayleesa just made an announcement.
I have the collection.
Josh, you would love to hate on these movies because you're a hater.
Thank you, Alan. Ooh, and check this out.
Miyazaki is wrong. Miyazaki, the renowned animator and director, one of the great masters of art in our living time, is wrong. His work is anime. But anyway, so
Lord of the Rings is about World War II, but Tolkien swore it wasn't. He was wrong.
True. All right, the drawing is from me.
You meant World War One.
Lord of the Rings is about World War One.
I got it wrong.
Hey, I don't.
Yeah, Tolkien lived through World War One. He got injured in World War One. He was in the
Okay,
trenches.
so yeah, it was that one.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It informed everything he did after that.
Yeah.
That sounds like it would.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't like that. Question 7 is a real estate question. I am a realtor. That's what I do. I've actually helped a large number of Havenites find or sell a home. So,
And relatives of Havenites.
that's true. I am now working with Olive sale number 4, or Olive transaction number 4. So, Josh Olive trusts me enough, so maybe you guys should too. Okay, question 7. We are asking about a place, so that should be where you're thinking. The Friday the 13th film series, the film series, largely takes place at Camp Crystal Lake, which resides in what state?
You got a 1 out of 50 chance here, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was just going to be picking a name out of a hat.
Well, talk yourself through it. Talk yourself through the geography here.
It feels like it would be New England.
Okay.
And, of New England, the ones that are, most photogenic or whatever, I guess, would be Maine or Vermont or Connecticut. So,
but are these movies set in a photogenic place?
Is this movie spiritually ugly?
I'm going to have to go with upstate New York.
You going with upstate New York?
I'm going with upstate New York.
Not quite. Pretty close.
You are close.
What is the answer?
I did definitely see several correct answers come piling through here, so I got to scroll the heck up.
I'm going to be honest. I've never seen a Friday the 13th film.
Hey, man, join the club. I actually have. I just constantly get trashed for never seeing movies.
Nobody trashes you for not seeing bad movies. It's just the good ones you refuse to watch on some kind of weird principle.
Hold on. This movie is one of the tent poles of horror.
Sure.
So just because it's terrible doesn't mean it's not important.
I mean, that's a lot of the most influential horror films are not really good films anyway.
True. Yeah.
Right. I mean,
horror movies, with the exception of Alien. Alien is a legitimately good film. Yeah. I love
Alien is a phenomenal film. Speaking of Alien, we just got in the role-playing game for Alien.
Oh,
at the store.
That sounds terrifying.
Dude, picture that. You are a group of 5-6 people trying to find the alien on your ship and kill it before it kills you.
Oh,
high lethal game.
I mean, picture an RPG where somebody on your team got face-huggered. You don't know who, but you know it was somebody.
You know what this is? It's Among Us. Have you played Among Us?
Yeah.
Horrifying. I mean, what do you do? When do you start killing these people?
Oh, man.
Are you just proactively, it wasn't me, and then you find out at the end it was?
Yeah, you don't even know. How would you even know? Well, I mean...
You would have a sore throat. That would be my guess.
Yeah. Chest pains.
Man. You isolate everybody. That's what you do.
That wouldn't be a very fun RPG, though.
Hey, that's what you would need to do.
But picture that as an RPG. That sounds fun, doesn't it?
I would play that, but I would only play it with people I really liked. So,
well, that should be most games, right? It's something you're doing for fun. I'm going to play this game with people I hate.
I don't know. Like sometimes I play, at free RPG day, I come in and I play with people I don't even know, and I like really love that experience. Sometimes that's fun. What's that one where you kill yourself over and over and over again?
You're talking about a Dungeon Crawl Classics funnel.
Yeah, that's fun, and I can play that with anyone.
It's a good way to.
It was free RPG day. I don't even know how many years ago. It was back at the old location a long time ago. Drew, y'all were playing D&D, and you were the bard, and you had to leave early. And they were like, "We have to have somebody fill a spot." So they dragged me in to play your bard character.
Yeah.
Which I did. But you had already used like all your big daily things and all that stuff. So because this I think was even 4th edition, and so I couldn't do anything at all.
Yeah.
I was useless and running around as this bard. So I just sang everything that everybody else was doing for like those beer commercials that did the real man of genius. I just sang everything that they were doing like that. And it was awful, but hilarious.
I would have loved to be in that game.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I remember
it was a lot of fun.
It was a kobold cave, and we like bargained with them and said, "Hey, by the way, we're just trying to help you guys," and the DM liked it. So
wonderful.
Yeah,
that's how it should be.
I had a friend that played an entire game in the affect and voice of Macho Man Randy Savage, and like it's one of those things you don't necessarily appreciate at the time, but looking back, it was beautiful.
3 minutes.
Cream will rise to the top.
Josh,
we did have a correct answer. The first one I see is Jared.
Jared Sapp. Yep, that's what I see too.
Yeah,
New Jersey. Crystal Lake is in New Jersey, the Garden State.
I gotta appreciate my mom here. Alabama first. Wait, hold on. There we go. Alabama first, then whatever MA is. What do
Massachusetts.
I know? Massachusetts. Then just whipping out every state. She wanted that Ultron bad. I disappointed my mother for you, Jared. So appreciate that.
This is my favorite answer.
New Brunswick?
Something happened in Delaware. We'll get to the bottom of that one day.
So Jared won the Ultron.
Congrats, Jared. That's a super cool drawing.
And hey, if you want cool art from Jeremy Bernal, I'm a human, so talk to me.
Yeah, this is a good point. Justin did actually meet the guy who played Jason Voorhees and got a hug from him.
That'd be a cool guy to be murdered by. Sorry, Drew.
He was in Birmingham a couple of years ago, wasn't he? That's a very weird thing.
I think that's where Justin met him. Yeah. Yes, the answer, Zach, was New Jersey. So what was
Bloodhound Gang said it in one of their tracks, 10 coolest things about New Jersey. Oh man. 10 seconds of silence.
The existence of Action Park is pretty cool.
What?
Have you guys heard about Action Park? So
No.
It's this like theme park, swim park a long time ago. I don't know, like 80s, 90s sometime. But a whole lot of injuries. Rick and Morty RPG at the store.
There is a D&D Rick and Morty box set at the store, and Zach is mistakenly claiming that I would like to sit through that.
But yeah, like they built a loop water slide, I think, and I think somebody died.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, the loop water slide, Jared.
The answer was New Jersey, for anybody who didn't hear it.
Yeah.
The first person who got the answer right was Jared Sapp.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, you ready to see the prize for question 8? Is this is a Robin minifigure? It's small, but it's cool, and you can win it. It's a cool
Dude,
little
look
guy.
what your mom said about you.
That I'm human?
She can vouch for it.
She's a pretty good liar.
Well, I guess she was there. She probably knows.
How do you know my mom's human?
Sounds like something a robot would say.
Yeah. Oh.
That's wrong.
What are your
Lord.
guys' favorite Robins?
I like Nightwing.
Favorite Robin?
Yeah. Who's your favorite Robin?
You can't go wrong with Dick Grayson, but I liked him better as Nightwing. For me, my favorite Robin is Tim Drake.
I like the moment where Robin became Nightwing. Where basically, like I never know which part is the right part to look to, but Batman says that you're spreading your interest too thin, and then Nightwing's basically like, well, then F off. I mean, I don't know where he becomes Nightwing. That's why I love him, his obstinance. What about you, Drew?
Okay,
I like
I
the
rescind
one-
my answer and I go with this one.
Buttercup.
The one True Zachary is correct.
I like the Robin from the Dark Knight Returns.
So the girl,
Yeah, I can't remember her name,
I don't remember
I
her
can't
name.
either.
but
Can't
I really
either.
liked her because she just kind of showed up. And she just hopped out her window one night and it's like, "Hey, I'm Robin. I'm here to fight crime with you."
You know,
Well, that's kind of what Tim Drake did too.
Robin's
Tim
right.
Drake pieced together. He put all the pieces together of like who was who, and he's like, "Wait a minute, Bruce Wayne, you're Batman. I've got this figured out, and I'm going to be your new Robin." He was cool. I never ever did like Jason Todd. I wish they had left him dead.
Harsh.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't
Sure.
like Damien at all.
No, Damien's the devil. Ugh.
Appropriate name. Oh, man.
Entitled, spoiled little brat. I don't care for Damien at all.
Yeah. They got to do something different with it. I mean, it's been around for like 800 years, but it wasn't my favorite. All right. So if you are a Robin fan and you want to win that Robin minifigure, all you got to do is answer question 8. Josh, are you ready?
I am. Question 8. When Bucky was wounded in combat in World War II, who became Captain America's new sidekick? This is a tough one. This is like old
This is in
school,
the comics, right? golden
age, early stuff. Yes.
Well, I never read any of that, but in the original comics, like there was a whole gang with them, right? Like the Captain's Roaring Avengers, or
No, you're
So
thinking of the
the-
Invaders.
Yeah, the
the
Invaders.
Invaders.
Human Torch, Namor. There's more.
I'm gonna go with Nick Fury.
I'll give you a hint. It's not a male.
Oh, then I don't know. I haven't read any of the old Captain America stuff.
I will give you another hint. It's from the Golden Age.
I'm sorry, that doesn't help me.
All right. I think I see the right answer.
It's a tough one. I will tell you, I would not have known this one. I
Me either.
would have missed this one by a mile. And yet, we got a correct answer for this really, really fast. Are you seeing the same person I'm seeing?
I have literally no way to know that.
Well, at that point, you say the name of the person that you see has got the correct
Jacqueline.
answer first.
Jacqueline is the
Yes,
one that
that's what I see as well.
Jacqueline always coming in for just to snipe a prize or two. It is the Golden Girl. So we tried, dude. But I mean, those are pretty vague hints. That's like early PlayStation hints. Okay.
Speaking of which, I bought some comics this week, and they're being shipped here. They should show up probably on Monday. One of the things in that pile of comics, I don't even remember why I bought it, but I bought it on purpose, is a Nintendo Power magazine.
Nice.
I think it was the issue number 9 or something with Mega Man, I think.
Very
But I
cool.
bought a Nintendo
That's
Power
cool.
magazine. That's going to be like a blast back to 1986 if ever I saw one.
I love it.
Gonna get it graded.
I hope it's in
No.
good condition. Josh, on a lark, you
Wait
should
a
try
minute.
and-
I'm digging this. This is hilarious.
Yeah, that's all that came up, Travis. I Googled it.
That's picture it. Sicily, 1926.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is fantastic. I'm just picturing him looking at Blanche and being like, somebody get me out of here.
Dorothy comes in and gives Hitler a piece of her mind.
Oh,
That's
man.
exactly right. And he's
Hey.
listening to Rose talk about St. Olaf like, oh boy.
Josh,
No.
on a lark, you should try and find your worst conditioned comic book, the absolute most trash comic book you've got, and get that graded. Try and get like a 0.01.
The lowest they go under normal circumstances is a 0.5.
Okay.
The lowest that they do go, and they have gone, well, they will do a no grade where they won't grade it at all.
Wow.
But we
That's
did
nice.
have a 0.3 Spider-Man 18 at the store that was signed by Jim Shooter, who had nothing to do with the book. He wasn't even around at the time. And it had the wrong back cover on it because the cover had been torn off and somebody just put another cover on it and it was the wrong one.
Best.
So they gave that book a 0.3. And I sold it and I would regret selling it because it was the wackiest, weirdest looking book ever. And the fact that somebody went out of their way to get Jim Shooter, of all people, to sign that book was super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
That'd be fun, yeah. Okay, so speaking of comic books, check out that segue. Man, I really carried this into the next question. We were giving away this super sick sketch cover of the Joker on the Joker #1. This is something I tried to give away before, and it sat in the prize box for so long I had to snatch it back up.
Did it really?
Yes, sir. This is by Tom
That's
Price.
horrible.
Yeah, it is. It's that Heath Ledger Joker, looking at you from anywhere in the room. Look at that gruesome eye. Tom Price, a good friend of mine, a great local artist. He's going to be at Free Comic Book Day coming up soon.
We are going to have like an artist extravaganza at Free Comic Book Day. We have Stephen and Lily Butler at the store as special guests on Free Comic Book Day. Stephen did the art on Web of Spider-Man back in the day for Silver Sable. Web of Scarlet Spider, he did that for Marvel. He left Marvel and he did Sonic the Hedgehog before Marvel. He was at Malibu doing stuff for the Malibu Ultraverse. All kinds of cool stuff. So he is going to be there. His daughter Lily is going to be there, who is a comic colorist, and she's awesome. You're going to be there.
Yes, sir.
And Tom
I'm going to
Price
try and
is
sit
going to be there.
outside. Try and just hang out outside.
If the weather holds, that would be
yeah.
cool. If not, you might die.
Well, I got to die eventually. We got to talk more about it.
I have a
We gotta figure it out.
proposition, One True Zachary. Why don't you just load up all the barbecue at Whistle Stop and bring it to Free Comic Book Day?
I saw a good description of Whistle Stop the other day, where it's a barbecue festival, but you can't buy any barbecue.
Yeah, that's weird.
Right? Like it's just for the judges.
Nick Ellis in the house.
You can't buy barbecue?
I don't think they have barbecue for attendees. I may be wrong.
That's junk. You should be able to buy it at least. Okay, so for question 9, we're giving away that sick sketch cover. So that
The
makes this.
Joker.
What character from the Flintstones was originally not included in the Flintstones chewable vitamins? Digging real deep right now. But was added after a successful grassroots campaign in 1995 when they replaced the Flintstones car. Get real far back into your pop knowledge of Flintstones chewable vitamins. Of course, the best vitamins that have ever existed.
It would make sense to me for it to be like they got Fred and I can't remember Fred's wife, Barney, but they left out Barney's wife. That would make sense to me. So
That's
I
a
think
pretty
I'm gonna
solid
say-
logic train.
I think I'm going to say Betty Rubble.
I don't know how
Wow.
you did it. I don't know how you did it.
Because, I mean, mid 90s would have been like, yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
You got it right.
Yeah.
So
I don't
you
know
just
that it
picked
makes
up the
sense,
Joker
but
cover.
you totally nailed it. Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, he said he's a puzzle man. He figured it out. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
He is a puzzle man. They should have had one of that rack of ribs. I just like that rack of ribs, and everyone knows what you're talking about.
Speaking of whiffle stop? I don't know.
Whistle
What is it?
stop.
Whistle. Oh,
I like
totally
wiffle
different
stop.
word.
I think
I
it's
like
down,
it too.
down at Point Mallard. Or it has
You
been.
know, I would have said that.
That's downtown Huntsville at the depot, at the
Is it?
Roundhouse Depot.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, see, Pebbles doesn't need a vitamin because she's got a vitamin-packed cereal already. She's got Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah, those guys hung in there.
You guys may not know, but if you eat the Oops All Berries, there's a dye in the Oops All Berries from Captain Crunch that leads to events. I was going to ask, you know if the Fruity Pebbles is the same thing? I've never known such a bad question.
No idea.
Would this be the same effect that when they came out briefly like 5 years ago with that Whopper that was on the midnight buns that were dyed black?
Oh, man.
Yes.
That if you ate that, it's not bad for you, but it turns everything green.
You one morning you think you have a really bad issue with your
With your
body,
colon.
with your body. Yeah.
Why on earth would anybody want to eat buns that have been dyed black?
Because it's hilarious.
Was it like a really dark purple? black
Andrew, that cover is by an artist named Ken Heiser, Heuser. We've got a couple of Joker remark covers from him up at the store. And one we were supposed to get this week from him, but it didn't show up, was a Berserker #1.
Ooh.
Yeah. So sad. But yeah, I really wanted to try that midnight cover, or that midnight bun at Burger King, the Midnight Whopper. But they quickly pulled them before I was able to get at it. So it's a real shame.
A lifelong regret.
Yeah.
That's my one lifetime regret.
Speaking of questionable
I
decisions,
didn't know that a whole, like if I just chowed down on a whole bunch of Oops All Berries, that it would have the same effect. Because I can totally get those at the store.
Yeah. Gross.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, Drew. Speaking of questionable decisions at midnight, so Tom and I have been talking about doing this cool thing for 24-hour comic book day. So we both competed in it before.
I thought you said you were never going to do it again.
I know. And technically I did it because I made this like real trash, self-hating comic book at the end after I failed what I wanted to do. But what we want to do this time, audience, let me know how you feel about this, is get all the artists we can get together and all the writers we can get together and do something like this and workshop the ideas. So we would spit out like, titles, we would spit out genres, and then you guys would help us decide what we were going to do. And then we would, in 24 hours, make one comic book with as many creators want to jump on there. How do you guys feel about that? Does that sound cool? Does that sound stupid? Does that sound like, why do it, Jeremy? You're just, it's a recipe for disaster. What do you think?
Well, isn't the rules for 24-hour comic book day that you have to do one person does 24-page comic in 24 hours?
Yeah, but we're making our own rules. These are house rules. We're doing something fun. This is a fun little adventure.
We're going to do something different. We're going to do something fun.
Yeah. Because 24-hour comic book day, like...
My 8-year-old niece did it.
Your 8-year-old niece is a champion. She is a champion of freedom and justice. She took life and just grappled it to the ground. But Josh, I'm not as good as your 8-year-old niece in my soul. So I need friendship to get me through.
Wait a minute. This is awesome. A true Haven comic. There you Jeffrey loves the collaboration idea. This is hilarious. It sounds like Whose Line Is It Anyway, only with comics.
Right? How cool would that be?
That would be officially cool. Uh-oh. Owen, wait, you got dragged into this too?
Owen's a writer.
Oh, that's so fun. Yeah, we have a table at the store that's permanently discolored because Justin did a watercolor comic for his 24-hour book, and he didn't stay on the paper. And that table is permanently a rainbow of fruit flavors now.
I'm into
Norris
it.
He's ready to lend a hand.
If you guys
Apparently,
are into
everybody
it,
wants on this.
then that's what I was thinking. Yep. And we would do it just like this. We would host it over 24 hours. We might need to, occasionally take breaks. Who knows? You just watch us eat donuts and draw. Sounds great to me. Look at
Andrew's
this.
saying he'll help. Yeah. Everybody's on board with this. People like it.
Perfect. Awesome. I don't know when it's going to be this year. Maybe we just have to pick our own day.
It's in November. It's usually
Right
the
on.
first Saturday of November.
Look at this. Andrew, you're hired.
Milk
Oh,
and
man.
cookies. Can't go wrong with that.
Okay.
One True Zachary's pitching in here already.
I'm into it. We got Zach Bringman saying he's going to destroy all our ideas. So
Somebody needs to. Oh, and Kaylisa will supply the donuts.
perfect.
Even good ones.
Even GF ones for me. So
Oh, that's gluten free. I was trying to figure out what
Yeah.
that was, and I thought that was an acronym I wasn't going to say on the air, and I just didn't know what it was yet.
coming
I
from
was like-
Lisa. Oh, man.
I thought she missed the M and hit the G instead. I didn't know what was going on there.
All right. All right, cool. Well, we'll talk more about that.
That's hilarious.
Hey, did you know? This is fun. I always love. I got a lot of pride in my brother. My brother actually apprenticed under Alex Gray before he worked with the likes of like H.R. Giger. So anybody who thinks I'm a good artist, just Google my brother. He's fun. Okay, let's see. Let's make it about a man named Josh Nolan. Josh, you're a writer. Let's talk about it. Okay.
Yeah, I mostly write government proposals for contracts. It's super exciting. I think the graphic novel version of that would be very popular.
The graphic novel version of that is the best idea I've ever heard ever in my life.
You turn in the proposal, and the government's like, they're totally not getting this contract. This is great.
Oh, man. Oh, I feel like we've got to get to question.
Are you
10
muted,
eventually.
Drew? I can't hear you.
Some sort of eldritch dimension opens up when they open up the proposal packet.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, they're like, let's see what these guys have to say. Oh, this is pretty nice. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Oh, there you go. There you go. After a fashion, yes. Yeah, we can be the old coots from the Muppet Show. There you go. That'd be fun.
That's what you need in any creative process is people just trashing you and bringing you down. People love
In a
that.
nice way. In a nice way. I mean, how else would you know your ideas are bad?
That's true.
Right? I mean, you might go all the way to the end with a bad idea. Who knows?
Oh, you're right. How else? All right. Speaking of bad ideas, we're going to do it. So we'll talk more about it later. All right.
Well, what's our prize for our last question?
Question
The
10.
spot.
The spot.
Autographed by Jim Shooter.
This is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 100. You'll see there's the black suit there. It looks like you got Black Cat. It looks like you got Kingpin. This looks like a fun episode of comics issue because it's got pages. And
I'm just guessing that this was donated by somebody. Is that correct?
it looks like a Mike Wazowski donation to me.
It does look like a Mike Wazowski donation to me, too.
Is he still here, Mike?
I don't
Shout out
know.
to Mike.
Big shout out to Mike. Huge supporter of the arts, of the show, of the store, of Wonder Woman. He's a big fan. Mike is awesome. And his wife is Wonder Woman, for anybody who's wanting to know. She is totally awesome as well.
Ooh. All right.
Rock on. So for that prize pack, we've got our next question. Yeah.
I wish everybody could see you just dance the entire time those videos were on.
Oh, can you see us while they're on?
I can. Yeah, nobody else can.
Oh, look at that. Alan liked it because it reminded him of playing video game in the 80s, which I totally like it too for the exact same reason.
It's pretty synthwave.
I was like, I dig this. I dig this. All right. So question number 10. Let's see if we can get you out of here as a winner. Maybe so. We'll see. What Oscar winner, shock to me, but what Oscar winner played Max Zorin, a genetically engineered Nazi, in the 1985 James Bond film A View to a Kill? What Oscar-winning actor played Max Zorin, a genetically engineered Nazi, in the 1985 James Bond film A View to Kill? I don't think it's A View to Kill. It's A View to a Kill, isn't it?
I'm just reading the question. I'm going to check that out right now.
Is that one of the Timothy Dalton Bonds?
It was 1985, so that would have been like right on the heels of
Connery, right?
No, not Connery. Of
oh, yeah, the other.
What's his name? The dude I grew up with.
Roger Moore.
Roger Moore. Yes.
And Josh, you are 100% right. It is A View to a Kill.
I don't know that I've ever seen a Roger Moore Bond film, so I'm gonna have to.
Well, it might not be Roger Moore. It might be the other guy, but it doesn't matter because you would just name the actor who plays the bad guy.
Yeah.
So just talk through some actors here.
It's probably going to be an English guy. Would be my guess.
I will tell you now that is not correct.
Then I don't know.
There's lots of American actors. Talk your way through that.
Pick a guy that's old now, and then he wasn't old back then.
Yeah, right. So now he would be like 35 years older than he was then.
Yeah.
And I will promise you, you know this actor. You've seen him in a million things. Sometimes funny things, sometimes very funny things. Mostly funny things, I think.
The only American actor that age range that's been in funny stuff that's coming to mind is like Ed Harrison or Woody Harrelson. And it's definitely not going to be Woody Harrelson.
Could those guys also play convincing villains?
I mean, Woody, not to be rude to him, but Woody Harrelson seems like a convincing villain as he is.
Good point.
I'll take it, yeah.
But,
A lot of people make fun of the way this guy talks.
Oh, you just gave it to me there. I can't take that then.
A lot of people make fun of how a lot of people talk. I mean, people make fun of the way Mike Tyson talks. I mean, that could be anybody.
Mike Tyson makes fun of the way that he talks.
Spoiler alert, the answer is Mike Tyson.
Because he's a genetically engineered Nazi, as we all know.
Engineered Nazi.
Something is amiss. I think our genetic engineering went wrong.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm real bad at giving things away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to answer this one. I think you gave it to me too easy.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I can't in good conscience take that.
Wow.
It's respectable.
All right. Well,
Integrity.
I'll tell you, we have a correct answer. We have several. So you tell us what you think, and we'll just give it to the first correct answer who got it.
I'm going to be honest, I can't remember his name right now.
Would it be this?
Yes, yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Can you do a good Christopher Walken impression?
No.
I want to acknowledge how beautiful this man is. You know, I'm just like, in my head, he's always old, but dang. Look at
It's
that
like
guy.
a cross between Robert Downey Jr. and David Bowie.
He's Angelina Jolie's mom, right? Or dad, not mom.
No, John Boyd.
No,
Oh,
that's
John
John
Voight.
Voight.
John Voight. Yeah.
Yeah. I just confused. I just think they're the same person. That's my fault. All right, guys. Are you ready to see who won what? Everybody has a plan until the
When you were talking about what a beautiful man he was, I thought you were talking about Drew for his conscience and how he wasn't going to stoop.
I did
And then you're
say-
just talking about you personally think that Christopher Walken is pretty.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Tell me that guy's not pretty. Josh, tell me that guy's not pretty.
That guy's not pretty.
He is
That
very
guy
nice
is the
facial structure.
definition of pretty.
Yeah.
He's bony looking, man. He needs to eat a sandwich.
Drew agrees with me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. You guys ready for the recap on the prize winners?
Let's do it. Let's see who got what here.
All right. The stickers went to Justin Lynch. Congratulations. The Justin Lynch prize pack went to Alan Breedlove. It'd be hilarious if that went to Justin.
That would have been
All right.
awkward. I won my stuff. Wait.
The incoming comic went to Travis Goodwin. The DC comic pack went to Drew. Drew, congratulations. The Canadian question went to Travis. The Marvel pack went to Drew. Again, congratulations. The Ultron drawing went to Jared Sapp. The Robin toy went to Jacqueline Cook. The sketch cover, one of a kind, went to Drew. Congratulations on that. And then the One True Zachary picked up the signed comic book. Yeah, he does look just like Scarlett Johansson. And then, Drew, you got some bonuses along the way for your good sportsmanship and just knowing some cool stuff. You got North Force. I'm actually really sorry about that, but I got to give it to somebody. And you got Beta Ray Bill #1, which is actually a really cool book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got one comic we apologize for, but the other one we totally think is awesome.
I made it 3 pages of this. Here you go.
Zachary is like, hey, Jared, you want to swap? Everybody
little
wants that art. And
Yeah,
Jared
a
said,
little bit.
sorry.
Oh, man. Jared, congratulations. But also, if anybody else wants my art, remember I'm just a human person living out here on this spaceship Earth. So just talk to me and I can draw more stuff.
So, have a question. Everybody, before we go, chime in the comments. If this is something, let us know what you think. The Black Widow movie debuts tomorrow. Are you excited about Black Widow? Or could you not care less? Where you fall on that?
Guys, I have had this weird kind of fatigue on any kind since the pandemic. I've just felt fatigued by everything. But for Black Widow, it was like, it's coming out next week. It's coming out next week. It's coming out next week. And I have just not let myself get excited about it. And so now that it's coming out tomorrow, I'm just going to see.
I'm just sad they went ahead and closed the Madison Theater before they, or not the Madison Theater, the Madison Square Theater before they rebuilt it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, people are excited. Okay, good. Ready for the movie. Thumbs up. Going on Sunday. Wheelchair superhero ready for the movie. Yeah, good. I'm looking forward to it. I've been like you, Jeremy. I feel like they've been showing me this thing and then saying, nope, can't have it. Ah, here it is. Nope, can't have it. Because it's been, 15 minutes late, or 15 months late now.
And it's not their fault, but also, like, there's only so much I can deal with.
Well, I mean, they could have released it on some streaming service, right? But then they would have had to pay the principals some large amount of money to do so, I'm sure.
They've had their own streaming service since the beginning.
Absolutely, but it's probably contractually obligated.
Yeah. That's how I'm going to watch it. I'm going to pay that $30. Watch it tomorrow on Disney.
In the comfort of your own house.
Mm-hmm.
The way to do.
I'm lazy, guys.
I'm just excited to go back to a theater because I haven't been in a long, long time. And I have seen every MCU film at the theater, so I don't want to. I mean, I'm sure I will watch it multiple times at the house, but I don't. I don't know. I want to see it on the big screen. I want to. I'm Disney Plusing it.
You guys, let us know. Josh, you're going to watch it? Like tomorrow?
No, I'm not going to be able to tomorrow, but it's on my list of things to do as soon as I can humanly do them.
Well, maybe we'll talk about it sometime soon.
We should indeed.
Sounds fun. We might do it. Who knows? All right, guys. Josh, you got anything else that the people need to know about?
Come by the store, check out that awesome array of RPGs that we've got. We got a ton of them, and it's all kinds of stuff. Sci-fi stuff, fantasy stuff, urban fantasy stuff, you name it. There's a ton. Stuff for little kids. There's an RPG called No Thank You Evil, which is for kids. It's awesome. There's another one called The Excellence, which is a great RPG for kids. We've got some awesome stuff RPG-wise. Absolutely. I've got some back issues and things that we just got in some comics. I showed them off in an unboxing on Tuesday. Going to be bringing those up to the shop on Saturday and pricing those and putting those out. We had several folks claim a bunch of those. So that was awesome. Free Comic Book Day is coming up in August. Free RPG Day is in October. 24-hour Comic Book Day apparently is a big thing, and that's in November. So we're going to have a good time. It's going to be fun. So, Drew, big shout out to you. Thank you for saving our bacon at the last minute and coming on. Really appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Had a blast.
Glad that you had a good time. We appreciate it. And if you're not watching live and you're watching this tomorrow while you should be at work doing something productive, thank you for watching. Don't get fired because of us, but if you can sneak it in, that's awesome. So thank you for that. And if you're not watching live, we still love you just as much. So thank you. Hope you guys have a great time. Have a great night. And we are going to see y'all next week. Thank you much.